Good morning. This is Mervyn Henley at THG Network. It is the 7th of November already. Almost time for Christmas, right? And welcome to THG News today. The news this morning is brought to you with the kind compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Martin. Let me say good morning to the fine folks there on the Pondfill, Carl & Sons, or at Cold Bay, Carl & Sons. They're always logged on to THG News today, THG Network. We'll hear from them, but hey, as you're listening to this ad or as you watch this ad, I'm asking you to just subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss a beat on what's happening around the region or one of our upcoming shows here at THG Network. So, like and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We'll be right back after this. Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Cold Bay and on the Pondfill. In Cold Bay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Pondfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Cold Bay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. St. Martin is pleased to announce the increase in airlift to the Friendly Island for the 2023-2024 season, including summer, as American Airlines will add a third daily flight from Miami to St. Martin starting on 20th December 2023 through 4th June 2024. Charlotte will be operating daily during this time period with an extra Saturday flight in November and December and again in February and March. Philadelphia will also operate on Saturdays in November and December and again in February and March. Wow! The Princess Juliana Airport, the runway, on a Saturday especially, that's going to be crazy. That's wild. So you have at least, 9, 10 American Airlines planes just lining off on the runway, especially on a Saturday. It's all good, St. Martin. It's all good, but just remind me not to travel to St. Martin, to and from St. Martin on a Saturday. It's going to be crazy busy, right? Additional good news for St. Martin is that for the summer period, American will offer 2 daily flights from 5th June 2024 from Miami. This will operate alongside 1 daily flight from Charlotte with an extra flight on Saturdays and a Saturday-only flight from Philadelphia. According to the Minister of Tourism and Economic Development, the dedication, commitment, and staying consistent with your goal is the only way. Because of this, we can today announce such great news with the increased flights as well as building strong partnerships with our key stakeholders. This shows our commitment to ensuring improved airlift rates and benefits for our visitors and locals alike. We ensured the airline that this is just the beginning to a new and improved relationship, where we would ensure to make communication stronger and at least yearly continue these courtesy calls and keep airlines abreast of new developments, opportunities, and overall benefits for increased services to our shores. So something good, something definitely good is happening there on St. Martin. And let me applaud the government of St. Martin under the great leadership of Prime Minister Silveria Jacobs. Let's continue. out of St. Vincent. And the St. Vincent Times reporting today that the investigations into the deaths of Precious Williams and Veronica Small is very much alive and ongoing, and work has been done every day. The body of Precious Williams was found in a gutter near Joyette's Auto Collision in Richmond Hill on Thursday, May 12, 2022, while Veronica Keisha Small was met with a piece of PVC pipe inserted into her body on Thursday, August 25, 2022 at Arnesvale. According to the Assistant Commissioner of Police Trevor Bailey, he said on Monday that since he assumed office as the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, he has personally sat down with the investigators who are members of the Major Crimes Unit and have looked into these two particular crimes, and a review of the statements for those cases is very much ongoing. Bailey urged the public to believe in the police force and the police investigators. We have proven before that we are more than capable of doing in-depth and technical investigations. And these two crimes in particular are very high on our agenda, and they are very much alive, and we are working. I'm very hopeful that in a future press conference, I'll have more updates for you, according to the Assistant Commissioner of Police. Wow, a PVC pipe. How can you insert? Made me cringe. But I hope the Assistant Commissioner of Police, this is not just mouth speech. This is not just because you're at a press conference. It's the best thing to say. The best words come out of your mouth. Yes, we are working on these crimes, and we're not giving up. You know, enough of that. There are too many unsolved murders. Too many unsolved murders in the Caribbean. Too many. And finally, in our news this morning, great news out of Antigua and Barbuda. And when I stumbled on this news item, I'm like, wow, Antigua and Barbuda, they just keep pushing forward. Antigua and Barbuda's tourism industry is tipped for significant growth with 4 new resort projects on the horizon. Renowned hotelier Sir Robert Barrett of Elite Island Resorts revealed to Observer News his plans to transform the abandoned Mango Bay Hotel and Dian Bay on Antigua's east coast into a 5-star wellness center. He said he also intends to construct a cottage village in Falmouth. According to the Antigua Observer, these ambitious developments are expected to add another 100 rooms to Antigua's hospitality sector, creating new opportunities for the country's economic mainstay. Sir Robert told the Observer that work on both projects expected to begin early next year. We hope to start the first project in February and hopefully the second in April. Tourism accounts for the bulk of the country's GDP and thus holds a crucial position as its breadbasket. We depend so much on tourism, Sir Robert continued. Antigua is the third most dependent country on tourism in the world. 85% of our economy is dependent on tourism. So without it, we really have nothing. Sir Robert also spoke of the recent transformation of one of his resorts, the Veranda, from a family venue into an adults-only resort. Nobody is more disappointed at having to convert it into an adults-only property resort than me, because I have small grandchildren, and frankly, I like family resorts. But the business model didn't work, he explained. Sir Robert said just 20% of the Veranda's income was from families, and that percentage had dwindled further because of the cost of getting to Antigua. We don't have a lot of airlines in the summer. Families cannot afford to come here. You cannot have a family of 4 paying $8,000 to fly to Antigua. We also found that 80% of couples who take vacations without their children only go to adults-only resorts, he added. On Independence Day, Sir Robert was conferred with a knighthood in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the tourism sector. In addition to the Veranda, his hotels include the Pineapple Beach Club, Hammock Cove, St. James Club, Galley Bay Resort, and the Jolly Beach Resort. So, one quick question before I continue. Some leaders out there who are listening to my news broadcast, because I know that you listen to it every morning, religiously, whether you're Premier or whether you're Prime Minister, you've never met this gentleman, Sir Robert, so that you can persuade him to come to your island to open a resort. I mean, for those of you who cannot find investors or you have a challenge to get hotel development to your shores, Let me read this part again. In addition to the veranda, this man, he's owner of the Pineapple Beach Club, Hammock Cove, St. James Club, Galley Bay Resort, Jolly Beach Resort, and he's starting 2 more in February and March. And you have not spoken to this man? Let's continue. His investments in the country, which total more than $500 million, have been a driving force for local economic growth and have generated employment opportunities for thousands of people over the past 4 decades. Meanwhile, Prime Minister the Honorable Gaston Brown has announced plans for a 3rd luxury resort in Barbuda. Although he did not disclose the brand, he said contracts would be finalized in the coming weeks. This development, according to Prime Minister Brown, is expected to boost tourism on the Sister Isle and provide new employment opportunities for local people. Gaston again. That's our news for this morning. I ask that you join us again tomorrow morning for a similar presentation. The news, of course, is brought to you the kind compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Maarten. Thank you, everyone, and do have yourselves a wonderful day. I am Mervyn Hanley, and I'm signing off.